Hey guys, welcome back to the Spiral Podcast. Today is the Ohio State football podcast where I am grading Ohio State's game from the previous week, or previous Saturday. So, this game was against Western Michigan. They came into town, and they lost, I believe it was 56-0. So, let's just say this is going to be a good grading this week. So, I'm going to give all my gradings of the positions for offense, or position groups, offense, defense, and coaching and special teams. So, let's jump right into it. The first was offense. Offense, they played amazing. I'm giving them an A+, just because, Will Howard was able to deliver some great deep balls. He was able to run. He was able to attack the defense with an RPOs that were really good, which I'll get into later. That his accuracy was really good as well. And the O-line, I think, actually played really great. Donovan Jackson still didn't play. He was on the sidelines, but he didn't play. And the O-line was getting some pretty decent pushing for the running backs. So, I'm not trying to jinx anything, but I do think we looked better than Akron last week. And, what else can you want? Travion and Quinchon both had 2 tutties. Jeremiah Smith had like an 80 or 70 yard touchdown. Like, it doesn't get much better than that on offense. It's an A+. If you disagree, then I'd really like to know why, because I don't know how. And then the defense, I'm going to give an A. They had an amazing game. They barely let up any drives that were like actually meaningful for Western Michigan. They almost all were punts. They technically should have given up 3 points because of a missed field goal on the first drive, I think it was. But other than that, a shutout is always amazing to see. The D-line played great, whether it was the people on the inside, Ty Hamilton or Tyreek Williams. They were getting in there. And then even if the quarterback was able to scramble, those edge rushers, I thought they were really good at recognizing when the quarterback is leaving and then being able to still apply pressure and get in their face. You can see that a lot of times throughout the game. So, you got to give some credit to Western Michigan's offense for just being able to actually get plays off and stuff. But, yeah, it was complete domination up front. And then Cody Simon playing his first game looked amazing to me. He almost had an interception on that first drive, I believe it was. Second drive or something. It was early in the game. And that would have been really cool to see for him. Team captain, Blocko for the number this year. But otherwise, I think the linebackers were kind of a question for me coming into this week and just coming into the season as well. And I think seeing him out there really helped my feelings towards him. I think, they made great tackles. They missed a few when the running backs would get a hole, and they got to work on that for sure during this bye week upcoming. But overall, I think the linebackers were great. And then in the backfield, the safeties and DBs, I think they also played great. Denzel Burke got a really crappy targeting call. Really messed up. I don't think it was targeting, and I think most people agree with that. But other than that, Caleb Downs had a great game. Igman Newsom had a pretty good game. Overall, I just think we played great. Sonny Styles had a great game. So, yeah, I think we had a great game on defense, so they get an A. If the tackling gets a little better, it would have been an A+, but I think it'll get better as the season goes on anyway. So, take it how you want. And then special teams, I'm giving a B. They didn't really have any notable plays, at least, that I thought. They didn't hurt us anyway, so a B I think is fair. They caught the ball. They got a few good, decent returns, but not really anything too special, so, they caught the ball. That's really all they have to do to get a decent grade, so I think a B is fine. And then for the coaching, I'm giving that an A+. Mainly specifically because Chip Kelly's playing calling looked amazing to me yesterday. Whether it was our running backs getting involved, he was able to switch them out a lot, which is what I really like. Because we have 2 of the best running backs in the country, being able to switch them out, alternating drives, or even halfway through each drive, is really great. But one thing I liked that he's doing good about having 2 running backs that are amazing is that he's not taking them out constantly. If he sees Trevion Henderson breaking a few big ones, he's going to keep him in the game. He's not going to put Judkins in. So I really like that. I think he's handling them perfectly. He's definitely a run-heavy coach, but I still think he was getting in great passes from Howard. Sorry, not McCord. But I think the plays, he was getting our receivers into space. Jeremiah Smith had that quick little pass that turned into a huge touchdown, like 70 yards, I think. There's like 5 people chasing him. So he recognized his talent right there. He's going to get him into open space. And whether it was that deep down or deep passes, like slants or something, they were getting up into. I mean, the RPOs that Howard was running with the late pitches or just taking it himself, man, it's going to be hard to stop that because think about a defensive perspective for a second. You have to, first of all, before the play, you're thinking, is Will Howard passing it or is it going to be a run? And you have to worry about Buga, Carnell Tate, Jeremiah Smith. You have to be cautious about them. Then you have to be cautious about Henderson or Judkins, or both of them. And then you have to be cautious about Howard, because he can run and pass. So, like, pre-snap, you see it's going to Howard, and he's taking it out to the side. And you either have to commit to Howard, because you know he will cook you if you don't. Or you either have to commit to Henderson or Judkins. He was just going to run right by you, or truck you if you don't. So, what do you do? It's impossible. And I think Chip Kelly, he knows that we have that talent to be able to do that to defenses, and he really utilized it well yesterday. And that's what I think is an A+. I think it was a really great coach game. And then for the defensively, on the defensive side of the ball, Jim Knowles, I think he coached a great game as well. I think he realized that our D-line was able to just get pressure immediately. Not immediately, but like with 4 or 5 guys, we were getting pressure pretty consistently. So what that did, it allowed us to have more linebackers, have more coverage down the field, so that they couldn't really pass it on us at all. And that recognition of that is what really helped us, I think. And yeah, it was a great defensive game called by Jim Knowles yet again. And yeah, I think the coaching was an A+. So not really much to say there. And then for the overall grade, I don't know if this technically counts. I'm going to give them in between an A and an A+. Just because, literally the only reason why is because there wasn't any huge returns that I saw on special teams. So that's the only reason why. Yeah, I just think we had an amazing game either way. It's really hard to counter that opinion and that take just because there's a complete domination from start to finish. And, nonetheless, it was pretty much an A+ game. I think, honestly, whatever you think, you can pick, whether you think it was an A or an A+. But, yeah, it was an amazing game. And also, on top of that, to finish out the episode, Michigan lost. So, I'm assuming if you're watching this, you're an Ohio State fan. But if you're not, if you're a college football fan, then seeing Michigan lose is, glorious. So, you love to see it. Big Buckeye win and a Michigan loss. Can't go better than that. So, thanks for watching the podcast, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. And be sure to leave a subscribe and a like if you enjoyed it. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. So, bye.